Previously on the Salted Dice. 32. You're wheeled into a hospital room. Francine takes you down to the third floor, and then almost immediately you hear fire alarms go off, and there's a crowd of people exiting. 32. You are kind of crouched down with Francine. She is heading to a parking lot of the building next door.
I'm tailing.
Jones is behind you.
Do I see the spirit?
When you tune in, what you see is a nurse watching. And as you're looking at the nurse, you notice that their eyes are pitch black.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
There is one target, and you know that the best way to protect the potential victim is to help in her escape.
I have a van. I could just run and get it.
Standing in the doorway is Detective Sommer. Francine has drawn her taser and fired.
Could I push her arm? For the people listening, I rolled a 2, -1 for 1.
You black out.
I just drift up and I'm like, load up, kids.
Go! We gotta go, now.
And I slam that shit pedal to the floor.
Military-grade charged rounds are fired, traveling rapidly across the mere centimeters of air between the taser and the exposed arm of 32. The rounds penetrate the skin, embedding themselves just below the surface, and release their pulses of electricity outward. The waves travel up the arm across the shoulder to the spine, emanating from there throughout the whole body, causing muscles to seize. They travel up the spine to the brain, causing the very much still in motion 32 to black out. And then the waves reach a chip, small and slightly outdated, resting on the upper outside surface of the brain. For those of you who don't know, 32, I assume it's fine to say this. They took a level up. Do you want to say what it is, or?
Yeah, alright, so the level up I got, for the listeners, this is like, what, your 5th episode? I got this level up after my 2nd session.
Oh no.
Because I have failed every single roll except for one. And my level up that I got is mentor. And so I have a mentor in the sect. Name them. Well, good thing we already did. 27 is the name. And mentoring me is his game? His game. Her. Ooh. You know what? For 32 decision, my mentor is a she.
All right.
27. And when I contact my mentor for info, I roll plus sharp. And then on a 10 plus, I get an answer to my question, no problem. 7 to 9. I choose. They're either busy and can't help, or they answer the question, but I owe them a favor. I think it would be more fun if we, like, sort of base this on circumstance instead of me choosing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on a miss, my question causes trouble.
So you're only gonna cause trouble?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna cause a bunch of trouble. I'm gonna cause 6 troubles, and then I'm gonna get Sacred Oath on my next level up. All right.
That's only like 6 troubles.
Yeah. Only
not
6
nearly
troubles.
as bad as I was.
It's good. You know, 6 troubles. It's the 7th one. The 7th one is when the sect kills you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. Is this canonical? Are we making... Okay. Fuck. Whatever. I can do this. You know what? Trent?
Yeah?
I guarantee you that I will roll 0 failures this session.
Whoa.
That's right. You heard me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these some weighted dice?
Are you gonna use luck if you don't?
Oh boy, maybe. Oh no.
All right. 32. You were in a parking garage, and now you're not. You're sitting in what appears to be a conference room, and the blinds are drawn over the windows next to you. What's going on?
I think I just sort of wake up there, and I don't think I recognize this conference room. I think it's very dark, and so maybe if there is something to recognize, I'm not sure. And you said that the blinds are drawn, right?
Yes.
I think I get up, and I open the blinds.
Okay. Outside, it is nighttime. The city is laid out before you, and you now recognize that you are in one of the tallest hotels in the city. And down below you, you can see most of it. You can see the Times Square tight portion. You can see a giant stadium and vehicles packed tightly on the street below. There's always traffic in that region, and it's quiet from this high up.
I look down almost kind of peacefully. I'm like, because I don't think I specifically remember exactly what happened up to this point in sort of like the past 10 minutes, but I remember it being a sort of, it was intense. I was looking for a ghost of some sort. I remember the whole butcher situation. I remember going to the hospital, but the rest of it kind of seems blurry and fadey, and I'm just sort of stood there at awe of how sort of peaceful the situation is right now, and kind of confused.
As you're looking out the window, from behind the closed conference room door behind you, you begin to hear voices coming up the hall. And it's a bunch of people talking excitedly, but for whatever reason, you can't make out any of the words that they're saying. Just that they're growing in volume as they seem to be approaching the door or going by or something. But there's a crowd of people, it seems.
I think I go closer to the door, and I think I open it a bit and sort of peek through.
When you peek through, the ceiling lights are out in the hallway. But there's a lot of just moving lights that you can see through the crack in the door, all traveling down the hallway. And you actually recognize one of the voices as 27, but you again can't pick out what she is saying.
I think I sort of maybe breathe a sigh of relief, but also at the same time a sense of worry comes over, as I am definitely not any closer to figuring out what the situation is, for at least from what I can tell. And yet here I am, coming sort of ever closer to the mentor of which I have things promised. And I think I'm about to open the door until I sort of hear a loud sort of humming, buzzing behind me. And I think I turn around and I look outside, and I think I just see a thunderous rain cloud outside, where it was sort of serene and calm. It is now replaced with a storm that is pretty intense, and it's the sound of electricity charging, even though you can't really hear it in a storm. In this situation, I can definitely hear the crackles of electricity, from the clouds, which are kind of close to me, so high up in this tower.
Okay. As you're watching these clouds, you notice that a rain is falling from them, and it becomes increasingly harder to see through it as this cloud is still kind of approaching your building, and eventually you realize that you can't see through it. It's just gray, like a deep gray, beyond the rain, and you as you're watching, the lights in the city are just disappearing into the storm as it approaches, and there's this electric feeling in the air that it makes the hairs on your body stand up on end, or it would if you had any hair on your body, because you look down and your skin is not skin, it's actually smooth, polished sheet metal.
Ugh.
And
Ooh.
you turn around and the door to the hallway is open, and walking by are members of your group. You recognize 27 as one of them, and you recognize many others, and they all look just like you, metal and glowing and humming and buzzing as the storm approaches. I guess that's what you do.
I think I start to panic a bit. How does this feel to me?
Natural.
Yeah?
The body feels natural. I don't know what your mind is thinking, because you remember not having this, but in this nightmare, you've always had it.
Okay. I guess I sort of put two and two together, and a certain sense of fear comes across my mind as there are very electrically charged clouds, and I am just sheet metal there. And that sort of fear is kind of real there. And I think I opened the door to try to communicate with one of the many people there.
When you open the door further, they all kind of turn and stare and kind of look quizzical, kind of tilting their head slightly. And 27 starts to say something, and again, you can't understand it. And then all at once, you're descending. All of you are. The building is straight downward, and it's silent. There's no more buzzing above, but you feel your body become seemingly weightless, and other things in the room rise into the air as you descend into this free fall. And then all the lights go out, and you're just in this black space. You can tell that you're still in the conference room or something similar. And outside the door, which is now shut for some reason, you hear deep, deep rumbling. And the longer you hear it, you recognize that it's some type of language that you don't understand. And there are footsteps, and there's a lot happening outside this door. Someone knocks on it, and it's
27, 58,
Someone knocks on the door again. But then a light comes on in the room behind you, and it's 27 in her robot form, and she says, "What are you doing here?"
Sitting, I think. Actually, I think I was standing. I don't
sitting? What?
know.
How did you contact me?
I'm contacting you?
What do you mean you're not contacting me? What do you think this is? Is everything okay?
Oh, everything.
Did they finally fix your issue?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Wasn't I at the hospital?
You messaged me. I don't know. What's going on?
I think I don't remember. And then as I'm trying to sort of like recollect my thoughts of what happened, I think I see a fire start to spread across the room, and a ghost I see like just multiple ghosts sort of like starting to approach the room, and then I just see a sort of a display of like these ghosts that look terrifying are starting to come closer to me, as well as this fire, and then a very loud fire alarm just pulsates through like my mind, and then like the fire ceases, and while the ghosts are still like, you know, chasing me, I think the room just like spreads and sort of puts me and 27, like it stretches us away from them a bit, and I hear like a loud honk of a van, and I hear like a big wind pressure noise above me, and I see a huge taser that's just like falling from the air, and it just like lands next to me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
27 doesn't appear to see any of this at all.
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but
well look, you're not on a secure line, and come on. We've been over this so many times. You can't do that. Do you know what would happen if anyone like just listened in? I mean, do it better.
You're right. I'm sorry. Ooh. Wait, is this real? I'm sorry, but is this real?
Is this real? Do I need to send someone out?
I don't think so. Maybe. I'm
Look,
not sure.
Next time you contact me, use the secure line, or I'm not picking up. Got it?
Sure.
And then you wake up as your body slams into the side of the van out of 58's arms, as the van takes a very tight corner.
I'm an expert driver.
And
can I ask a question about what just transpired?
sure.
Are you implying that head-to-head chips have non-secure lines?
Yes. Of course I am. Yeah.
Great.
100%.
Great. All right. I love it.
Yeah, sometimes you get like spamware.
They
Right.
have outdated stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have known.
Get with it.
Get with it.
And yeah, I think you're conscious now. 32.
All right. Fuck. I think the first thing I do when I sort of regain consciousness is I look around. Where am I?
You're in the back of a van. 58 is beginning to pick you up again to kind of cradle you in his arms.
Oh,
Oh.
What a sweet boy.
it's a dog. He's a dog. He may not be a dog, but he fulfills the role of a dog.
What if he was my dog? Like,
I think I don't even say or do anything right now except for I try to connect to the secure line to talk to 27.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for sharp. Plus sharp. Do you have a question in mind?
I think I'm just gonna try to contact them.
Okay, I think this is your first time
contractor.
willingly doing it, so I think it is a roll.
All right. Ooh. Hold on. Hold
Hey.
on.
7.
Yeah, it's 7. I have a sharp of +1.
Okay. They're either busy or they can't help. Or they...
It's either busy or I'll owe them one. I think I'm going to say that 27 she's definitely busy. She's dealing with a lot of shit right now, and she gets this annoying call from her apprentice.
It's like a drunken call almost.
Yeah, it's like a drunken call. Yeah, I'm going to say that's what the scenario is.
Okay. I think she does pick up and says, okay, better. If you have something, tell me. I gotta go.
I can call you now?
Well, it appears so. Right? Is this a joke?
Sorry, I don't remember what happened in the past, 10 minutes, and I don't know why I can call you right now. Sorry, you must be busy.
Yeah, a little.
Goodbye, I'm sorry.
All right. And then it clicks off the connection. Francine urgently taps Jones's shoulder and says, okay, slow down. They're not after us yet. If we drive a little slower, maybe it'll attract less attention.
Y'all, where the fuck are we?
I think Francine's gonna ignore you for sure.
Hey, everyone? Anyone?
We're in
Hey,
a van.
58,
We're on the run. Don't you remember?
Ooh. No. Why does my body feel really bad?
Because you screwed things up. Look, I'm glad you're okay, but holy crap. Why? You know what? I don't want to hear it right now. Jones, right here. Take a right.
Oh, you gotta tell me sooner.
Yeah.
I cut across. Jones cuts across 3 lanes of traffic to get to the because she obviously stays in the fast lane the whole time.
yeah.
As she should.
Okay.
Wait, did she not stop speeding?
Well,
Kept going even though she has?
so right, it's the passing lane, but if you're passing everybody because you're going so fast, it's just your lane.
There you go.
Okay, Jones, head up to the bridge there, and take it slow across. And then Francine turns back to everyone and says, I need everyone's cell phone right now.
Like, why?
We're getting rid of him.
I'm sorry?
We're getting rid of him.
Can you, like, not?
Do you want to be followed by the police?
I mean, I've, like, already been investigated for a murder, so, like, whatever. I guess that's my, like, life now. Like...
No.
I think
I grab
as
her phone and toss it out. No. No, I toss mine out. I toss mine out the...
I think as I hear, do you want to get taken by police? I think I sort of pull out the ID that I have and just put my finger across it, and a new name kind of pops out. Maybe I'll say it's like Yasmin something. I'll come to the last name later.
No, I want it to be that.
That's actually, are you related to Charlie last name?
Charlie last name. I had to say, oh, my cousin.
You know what? I was a penguin for Halloween, so I'll say it was Yasmin al-Batriq.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure that's penguin in Arabic. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Does anyone give their phone over?
I definitely get my phone over. Just instantly.
I just tossed mine out the window.
Okay, well, I was thinking, maybe over the water, but sure. All right. Kelsey, what are you doing?
I guess I hand it to her. I send, well, no, I'll give it to her.
Okay.
Do you send
I'm
my-
not happy about it. I'm glaring at her the whole time, but I give it to her.
I can just picture Kelsey sending like someone's taking my phone, don't text back text.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I just don't have a phone.
I mean,
You don't have a phone.
You got a chip.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to toss you out the van now, bud.
I don't really say that I have a chip in my brain to the group, but I think that's sort of like when I joined the sect. I think I already went through the whole like you shouldn't have a phone thing.
Hey, can they track your big robot friend there?
No, he's sneaky as fuck.
Okay.
That's not true. That's just not true.
Yeah, well, just like 2 seconds ago, 58 was telling me about how you walked without noticing him, so.
I felt bad. I felt
yeah,
terrible.
sure.
No, he was taking up the whole entire aisle. I had to walk around him.
And Francine lowers the window and nicely tosses them over the guardrail, and they go falling down into the river below. What's the name of this river?
Below river. Phone river.
Willamette.
It's the Willamette?
It's
Is it? Are we in Portland? Oh, fuck. Are we
I
in
wanted
Portland?
to call it Leslie Lake, but it's not a lake, it's a river.
Maybe
It's a river.
Willamette River connects to Leslie Lake.
I think that's what it is.
Wait, Jess, did you say Willamette or Billamette?
I said Willamette.
Oh.
Okay. Willamette. Yeah, that's it.
I think I had something funny to say, but I forgot it.
That was pretty funny.
So good?
Yeah, it evens out.
Francine says, we gotta ditch the car, not permanently, but we gotta park this somewhere where they can't see it from above, and we gotta get underground now. Does anyone have a place?
Charlie grins. Charlie's like, oh, I got a place.
Okay, lead the way.
Okay, so let me gather my notes here. And by gathering my notes, I'm turning to a blank page.
That's very Charlie-esque of you.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are basically going to head to a kind of like tech shop, kind of like a Radio Shack kind of deal, and it's in an industrial like area. But is this all good with Mr. DM?
Oh yeah, I think the only thing we've established about your place is that it's near the lacrosse field. That's it.
Oh, is that the case?
I mean, there could be a tech shop nearby. I don't think that's...
They just don't mix. All right, I have to rethink my whole plan.
Wait, no.
I'm joking. All right, no. I'm a secret fan of lacrosse. That's what it is. No, so I have a basically Radio Shack store that you guys are gonna head to. But as you get there, we're not going to head to the store itself, but behind. So we're going towards the back. In the back, there's a dumpster, right? And I say, well, this is it.
What is this?
This is my place.
People are in pursuit of us. You get that, right? What are you doing?
I say, I'm just joking. And then I move the dumpster, right? And when I move the dumpster, there's a manhole that's open underneath, right?
It's somehow worse.
Right? And I was well, don't be shy. Let's hop in, and I'll go inside the manhole.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Charlie. I saw the Radio Shack, and I was really happy. And then I saw a dumpster, and I was less happy. And now we're gonna go in the sewers?
No. You just follow me. Just follow me.
Francine is right behind you.
So,
okay.
Does everyone go down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna ask. I'm like, does this van lock?
Oh,
That's a good point. Where do I put the van? It's in sight.
Oh no. Okay, so it's in an industrial area, so I got like a garage like within this like store complex that.
Oh,
you can park in.
fun. Okay, so we put the van in the garage.
Yeah.
Does this van have like locks?
It's a van.
Is it like safe?
I mean, do you put things in other cars?
Can we just hang out in the garage?
If I leave my bike in here, will it like be safe?
I mean, it's a van.
Everyone get in the manhole. What are you doing?
Can we just hang out in the garage? Do we have to go in the manhole?
Yeah, I'm a big fan
Charlie's
of the garage.
already gone by now, by the way. You guys are arguing, and like I just made myself at home.
Fuck. All right. Okay.
Right, Kelsey, against her will, leaves. I mean,
leaves? Are you leaving?
No. She leaves her bike in the van, and she's kind of upset about it. But it seems better than leaving it just in a parking garage,
or in a manhole.
Exactly, and then she goes down the manhole.
I think 58 really struggles to get into the manhole.
No, 58.
He just like slowly like slides down the hatch.
He has to kind of like.
He doesn't have to use all of the rungs. Yeah.
Kind of shift the shoulders,
Yeah.
I think Jones goes in last because in her head she's like, I can lift the manhole cover. And
she totally can.
Yeah, because she's in peak physical condition.
There we go.
All right, there we go. Episode 5.
All
Check.
right. We'll end this session here. Come back. Yeah, I'll go down. I'm not gonna give you a fancy animation for me going to a sewer hole.
Well,
I just go down.
I can imagine it. Don't worry.
On the outside,
fancy.
that's what it looks like, right? And it looks.
Oh yeah. What do we see?
So you see a manhole, and it's worse for wear. It's definitely not the best conditions on the outside. But as you're climbing through the inside, you're going down. As you're going down, you're kind of seeing this shaft built together by little scraps of things here and there. Nothing's really store-bought here. So you're going down this tunnel, and the framing for this ladder as you descend down is made out of wooden pallets. Like, you ever seen those pallets that forklift drivers use to lift loads? Mm-hmm. So it's that wood, and it's just kind of patched together along. And as you keep going down, that's what's basically supporting this thing. But it seems well engineered. Like, it doesn't seem like flimsy at all. You get down to the bottom, and a lot of the stuff that you see looks like something that people would like toss out. So like used furniture, used couches, things like that, but they've been re-engineered to suit this guy's need. And you see it's kind of like a library with a whole bunch of different books. and shelves made out of different couches and furniture, tables, whatever you can think of. Like pieces of like tree. There's like a tree branch out of nowhere, and it's all building like this kind of elaborate setup, like kind of like a secondhand furniture store. But yeah,
I like this. This is cool.
Yeah, I
it's
liked it.
cool.
tons of books around. There's also a infirmary, right? Oh, the place is kind of well lit, but what you see isn't like the newest lights. These are all like really dingy, like incandescents, but they're everywhere. Like they're strung all across this like roof as you look about you, and there are so many of them that it would basically compensate for the amount of light like one actual like normal bulb would light. And here you are. Basically, this is my little spot that I have.
Is that the only entrance up above?
Yes.
Francine immediately starts climbing up the ladder, and
Just leaves?
no, she gets to the top, to the manhole, and you see her kind of carefully wrap her legs around one of the bars, so she's kind of in like a sitting position, and she takes off her necklace and begins to tie the various things on it around the manhole entrance.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
What's she up to? Like, what sort of, I don't know, is it like a mystical element or is it like straight up locks? Like, what sort of...
It's definitely mystical. You see, one of the things you can make out from down below is there's a couple cinnamon sticks involved that she's tying up around.
I mean, that's just because it smells so bad, I'm sure.
That's it. But it doesn't sound like it smells bad to
No,
me.
but
Do I
maybe it's just for Charlie specifically.
Yeah.
do I recognize any of the things she's doing?
I don't think you do. I think the only one who we've established might would be Charlie. I think that did happen, right? Charlie, you recognized that because you've encountered something similar to this before.
Yeah.
Where
So I get the gist of what's going on.
yeah, it's blocking something out of this area basically. And she finishes tying the things and then climbs back down the ladder. And then she says, "Do you have a shower down here by any chance?"
I say, I do, right? I have running water, right? But it's made out of like copper and then like some weird conduit. And then there's like a plastic straws that are like taped together. And like he uses a portion of this. And then the shower head is like a balloon with a whole bunch of like pinholes at the end.
You might want to use it. No offense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. And I go in and I clean myself up.
Okay.
And
Does it work?
oh, yeah, it works like a charm. The thing is,
Well,
like, all these
but-
things are very functional.
Does it work on you?
Oh, does it work on me? Yeah. The Charlie isn't always this dirty, by the way. He just happens to be dirty, like, this time that you met him.
When you met him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he'll clean himself up, and he's got a closet, and he starts to get change and stuff. It's not a bear shower, like he goes into a little room.
Do you have an extra towel?
Yeah, help
Do you have-
yourself.
do you have
Like,
extra
whatever you would need, whatever you ask, you're gonna get. But just know it's not gonna be like you're gonna get a tablecloth instead of a towel. Like it's not.
That's like a lot. That's a lot more to the drying process.
And so this place, it has protection spells, an infirmary, and it's a panic room, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay. Francine, she looks exhausted now. And she is still bleeding a little bit from her shoulder wound where she was stabbed. And
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, I think this is a good. I mean, I don't want to overstep my bounds as the keeper, but this might be a good time for everyone to make use of that infirmary.
There we go.
I don't know
Just-
how to heal myself up. Do I? Maybe I have some.
I think the expert would.
Yeah, I'd say come right this way. This isn't my first stabbing, or not stabbing. Scratch that.
What other injuries are we dealing with? Does anybody else have?
Charlie's pretty beat up from the broken glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
not
have some broken
unstable.
glass stuff too.
Yeah, you do. I think that might be it. And then Francine, who has the stab wound, but no broken glass.
I was also cut.
I
was cut from the
knife.
knife.
Um,
Were
So
some
maybe I
of the
want to
wounds-
disinfect. I'm gonna disinfect that real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a disinfect.
So 32. You're gonna be sit down in like a children's play chair. that's like pink and covered in little dandelions that can barely support your weight.
Cute.
But it gets the job done. So he puts that. Charlie gives that to you to sit down. He starts basically setting up his infirmary. It's a little section of this panic room, if you will. He starts setting everybody up, and he's gonna start taking care of everyone.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down so good.
Francine
Heal
sits
me
down
up.
so good too, and she says, She sounds a lot more tired now, and she says,
I was like, just don't worry about it. We'll get to that right now. And I'm gonna be patching her up. Like, I'm just gonna be focused on getting everyone like back to normal.
Okay. I think it says Keeper will tell you how long patient's recovery is likely to take. I think you guys are pretty beat up at 3 harm.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
knocked.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a few days because you were.
Okay.
A lot of you almost died, right? Like, I think.
Yeah.
Does 3 days sound reasonable to get back to like a working?
3 days in the manhole.
Would it be less if Jones and Kelsey helped?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just a matter of healing, right? I mean, that,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, is it one of those situations where like we patch it up and then, leave and do things, and just as time passes, it'll heal up? Because I think 32 would probably try to find out more, like would get, sacrifice healing to sort of figure out what's going on.
I think it's 3 days if you stay inside and rest, kind of like a hospital type setting, to get back to okay, right? It said 0 harm. I think it would be longer, but you would still heal if you go out and don't take damage.
Okay, I think I think 32 is gonna do some investigating. I think I'm gonna recommend that Francine stay in, because I think she was like hurt a lot more.
She says, thank you. I owe all of you an explanation. Thank you. I think the decision you made to come with me is a little questionable, but I appreciate it, and we're in it now. Hold on. I need my notes. Until yesterday, I was city detective, Francine Stalwart. For the past couple weeks, I've been investigating a certain company, and I had a couple of breakthroughs, and no one was listening, and I don't know if that's because they were paid off not to, or they didn't believe me. I mean, what I was learning was hard to believe, so I kept looking into it on my own, even after I was told not to, and as a result, I was taken off the street and put on desk duty, but that's not why I became a detective, so I didn't show up, and I kept looking into it on my own. There have been 33 attempts on my life since I started looking into this. At first they seemed unrelated, but they're all the same. It's a random person seems to get possessed. I know that sounds crazy, and tries to hurt me, and it matches with what I was learning before. There have been other people who have looked into this, other people who have spoken out, and they've all died under mysterious, seemingly random circumstances. I just caught on quick, I guess because I had the advantage of having read about them. What I tied up there, and she points up to the manhole cover, that it wards them off. I don't know how. I know this is going to be hard to believe for some of you, but magic is real, spirits are real, the supernatural is seemingly natural in this world of ours, and I don't know much about it. I learned that trick, and that's all I know, but it's kept me alive. I think the other people who've died, I think they were possessed, and I think that specific ritual I've been doing has kept me from being possessed, but it doesn't keep those around me from attacking me. And that's what you saw at Carla's. I don't know what I was thinking about going there. I think I just wanted to face it again and try and learn something, and I didn't, because I never do. It's always the same. And I'm so tired, and thank you. I need to sleep. I hope that explains something.
That is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So the police is working with ghosts?
I think someone high up might be the woman, my ex-partner, who I attempted to tase in the parking lot. I don't think she is. She's just following orders.
Which woman? What?
The woman you saved by jumping in front of the taser.
Wait,
that'd be-
what? Oh, that explains some stuff.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't remember. That's a heavy-duty weapon that you stepped in front of. That was Detective Gina Sommer. She is the city's best detective, and the fact that she's after us is not great. I kind of trained her, and she quickly got better than me. But again, until about a day or two ago, we were partners, and I know she doesn't mean any harm, but she just didn't understand the leads I was following, and didn't believe my stories. And she's just following orders. I don't have anything against her, but she's good, and I'm sure she'll find us eventually. But
This is.
I'll say, do you think there's any way we could help in terms of stopping this phenomenon from happening?
maybe, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that those key components up there keep it out of me, and I from my understanding, having them up there will keep us safe in here. I don't know how to deal with this, and losing the support of other detectives and law enforcement in general kind of sucks. And now they're after us too. But I think if we stay here for a little bit, things will cool down a little bit. I really don't know.
Can I, two questions. One, I just thought, because I can kind of tell when people are AI or not, can I tell that there's something different with 32's aura because of the chip?
I don't think 32 is AI, so I don't.
Yeah, or when they made contact with 27, did I
I think the
sense
aura
some
would
connection?
look different. Yeah, maybe not some connection, but something was off there.
Maybe something added to it.
Maybe it got a little bit brighter.
Yeah, or like if I knew 27 very, very well, or recognized 27's aura very well, I could have seen that it was 27. Just some of 27's aura added to 32's.
That's cool.
I think that makes sense. 32, what do you think of that?
Sure, but I don't think. Well, Kelsey, do you know 27?
No, so I'm saying if I did know 27, then I would be able to recognize.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I think that's a your character choice.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I also wanted to see if we haven't really established what I can tell with auras, whether it's just someone's basic self that I can see or anything about their current emotional state. Would I be able to tell if, I don't know, I guess I'm just asking what, do I see anything different or odd with Francine?
That's investigate a mystery, my dude.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's to me, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right. I will investigate a mystery, and I will use my telepathy and try and read her thoughts.
Okay.
And hang on, that's plus sharp. So that's a 9.
Okay, so you get one question.
Oh, I don't know if I want to say what happened or hear what is being concealed here. I think I'll do what is being concealed here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man, having a telepathic character is kind of rough.
Great.
Okay, yeah. Oh, how do I want to do this? Hold on. Okay. Let's do some world building, huh?
Ooh.
So you know how in our real world, a lot of the companies run, or a lot of companies are run by a parent company.
Yeah.
What's the biggest one in the city?
Wait, are we naming the megacorp? Fuck.
Yeah, come on. Coca-Cola.
Coke Ebola?
Yeah.
That's what about Kroger?
Kirkland.
Kirkland, perf.
What about
What about-
last name enterprises? Bazooka.
Oh, that's
I've
a
been
name,
behind
huh?
it the entire time. Charlie last name and his business last name enterprises.
Surprise, you're
Do you
the
just,
evil one.
Yeah. Do you just want to make Charlie a trillionaire? Is that it?
Well, no. It's now you're in my trap. You're not in my hangout. You're in my lair.
Yeah, well, fucking, if you're the big bad, like, the joke's on you. I got a big sword.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not trying to fight anybody. I was joking. This is a bit. Charlie's a pacifist. Well, he's not a pacifist. He's just not tough at all.
All right, you guys didn't name it, so I'm naming it O'Connor
Big.
Enterprises.
What a white name.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, come up with one. Also,
could
I
do,
mean,
like-
that makes sense, right?
also
I
that
don't know.
kind of makes sense,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
It does.
We could do another just like noun name that could be like rectangle or like I don't know.
Wait. Okay. It's got to be short and sweet.
Alienware.
Alienware.
I regret asking everyone.
What about
but
I'm glad you thought that one out.
what about
first.
therm get rip? Therm get rip.
what about Skylark Enterprises? I'm not sure if that's a thing. I wasn't joking. Thanks for
That's
laughing.
a thing.
Oh,
I think isn't that Iron Man?
no, it's Stark
No.
Enterprises.
What about Sky High Enterprises? Do you guys remember? You guys remember that movie?
What
Skylark
about Sky
Enterprises
Highest
is real.
Is okay. I don't have a name for the corporation,
Okay.
but I do have a name for their tallest building,
Okay.
the Everest.
Oh.
That's fun.
That's kind of
Wait, what was it?
You
it's
could
kind
do
of cool, right?
Everest
That's tasty,
Enterprises.
yeah.
Say it one more time, but slower.
Everest Enterprise.
The Everest.
Honestly, Everest Enterprises is pretty dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everest Enterprise. Is kinda
That's
cool.
it. I like it.
Soul higher. Go ever to the be highest.
Yeah.
Everest Enterprises be highest.
Wow.
No, it's gonna be abbreviated to Be High.
Or maybe
Fuck,
like
are they
Go
supplying
High.
me with a vape?
Oh, are they the vape maker? Plot
Maybe they're
twist.
just the biggest vape and weed company.
How
Yeah.
about this Everest Enterprises, the biggest?
Yeah, honestly,
I like that.
that isn't half bad.
I like
mean-
that a lot.
What
Hey.
about Everest Enterprises? We got a big tower.
Ev-
It's called the Everest.
It's a tall boy.
Everest Enterprises. We work with ghosts and the police.
Enterprises. You relax and leave the Everest to us.
This is a really long investigative mystery role. Holy
Everest Enterprises. We'll go high. Higher, highest, high. Hello, how's it going?
We also
You
sell
always ask us
weed.
what the weather's like up here. Well, now you know.
crap. Okay. Kelsey.
Yes.
The company she is referring to is Everest Enterprises.
All right.
And that is a huge deal, and it makes sense to you as to why people wouldn't really want her looking into that too hard.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's all that's being concealed is just the name of the company.
I mean, she just kind of laid out what was
That's
happening.
true. That's true. All right.
I mean, she probably has more details,
She
but
didn't wanna-
that's all she was concealing.
Okay.
She was hiding it because their slogan is "Get High," and
All right.
she was ashamed.
This probably won't be evident. This probably won't be evident post editing, but that took like half an hour. And I remember, before we forget, I remember you saying that you had two things, right? 2 questions or something. Do you remember what your second one was?
Oh no, that was like
Okay.
You get the one,
hold on.
right?
No, in the investigative mystery, I only get one.
Yeah.
Because you got an 8
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, right?
No, before that, I said I have 2 questions. My first one was about the AI beta's
Oh,
chip.
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
So
Never
I
mind.
think while she's
we'll just
so while Francine's like breaking all this down, I'm already like scavenging through books because I have a library of things, and the books, mind you, actually aren't secondhand books. This is an actual library. Like any information that you would want, it's in a book somewhere around here, and it's very organized and very neat. That being said, while she's going down, explaining everything, I'm scrolling through my vast collection of lore, and I'd like to investigate a mystery and see if I even pick up a book.
Well, okay. I have to limit you a little bit here.
Why is that?
Because you did not select lore library for your haven.
I did. We discussed this.
Oh, you switched it.
We did. We discussed this.
Oh no! I'm lying to you.
Why would you lie?
Well, you got rid of protection spells, right?
Yeah, because protection spells and panic room kind of do the same exact thing.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, and you get +1.
Okay.
As long as you. Yeah.
I'm rolling to see what I can do, and I did 11
Holy
plus 1, which is
crap.
12. Wah!
Nice.
Hey.
So I can ask anything.
Not yet, because you didn't level it up. That's we determined that advanced is if you can do that on like a level up thing, right?
Yeah, you have to get advanced improvements, which is after you level up 5 times.
Yeah.
And then you mark 2 of the basic moves as advanced.
So what you're saying is I don't get the cool thing, and my spirit's crushed.
I'm
for the rest of
sorry.
it.
Yeah, your spirit is crushed.
Yeah.
That's canon.
And that's the thing is that wasn't even the spirit we're trying to crush.
But
I know.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Crushed the wrong spirit.
Hey, okay. Honestly, that brought my spirits back up. Okay.
You do get to ask me 2 questions.
2 questions. On
Yeah.
a 10 plus, hold 2. So I am holding 2.
Hold them.
Hold them tight. Close to your heart.
Are we
Hold 'em
in
in
Texas?
You gotta hold them.
Ellen, we're on the same wavelength tonight.
We are.
Dude, I wish I was
We really
back in
are.
Texas. The ocean's no place for a squirrel.
Copyright infringement. Damn it.
I
Wish
have
I
a
was
question.
back
In this
Texas.
world, is it Texas or Texas? Like, has the name been officially changed so that you have to say it in that way?
I mean, I don't know if this is even in the U.S. We haven't even named this city. So maybe it's in Texas.
Well, I mean, there's
Texas.
Mexico and Mexico, right? I feel like there's
Texas.
Texas and Texas.
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 You have to drop your voice an octave to say it. We're in Texas.
We're in Texas. Texas is where all the demons live in this world.
Obviously.
So I'm definitely gonna pull out some books to find out what sort of creature is it. It is. That makes sense.
Yeah. It is a possessing spirit, which is what you kind of thought it was before.
Mm.
It does exactly what she described. It can take over people's minds and bodies, and that's pretty much what that type of thing does. And they're usually pretty evil.
Now you just asked what is being concealed here, right?
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna ask, where did it go?
Hmm.
I think the book that I pull out, separate from the entire menagerie of secondhand things that you see in my place, is actually a very well-kept, very ornate book that seems very mystical and awesome. And you want to take a look at it, but it's my book and you can't have it.
Okay. Wait, first, can we establish, does Charlie smell good now?
Oh, Charlie smells like daisies. Wait, no. Hold on.
Daisies
I don't know what daisies smell
daisies don't smell good.
Hey, J-Man. You're going to establish some really, really good found. Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. I'm asking you a question. Okay, J-Man. What is the best smelling man you've ever smelled in life smelled like?
You mean Jacob?
Like Jacob? Get out of here. She's so married.
What's Jacob smell like?
What does Jacob smell like? Not good. No, I'm just kidding. That's my brother.
My honest opinion?
Yeah, what does it smell like?
Skin.
Skin? I smell like skin. I smell like skin.
That's it. It's canon.
Dang, I'm immersed in this.
Oh my fucking god.
With that
Oh,
skin-
what
skin smell.
What cologne are you wearing, sweetie? I'm wearing skin.
Oh, it's skin by Cells R Us.
Oh, okay, all right.
Trent,
Kind of wish I didn't ask.
I smell like skin.
You do. Charlie smells like skin.
The skinniest skin you've ever skinned in your life.
Based on what you're reading, they can track their targets. If they can't directly haunt or possess them, then they'll get the closest person. So you figure that they probably did track her, and you would guess that they're probably somewhere up above nearby, waiting to catch a glimpse of her.
Okay, so they're silently stalking patient, if you will. Like, do I feel like I'm in any rush?
You're safe in your haven.
If that's the case, I'll turn my back towards everyone and be reading this book like, and then looking like you guys are all impressed with my knowledge, aren't you not?
58
Are you not
comes over and
entertained?
says,
I say, 58, get out of here.
what have you learned?
1 moment, 58.
My favorite part is that every time at the end, he does there's a little extra bit at the end after the end music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And every time he's like, does this work? I'm like, this is great. I forgot about this part. So.
But it's there.